Hi, my name is Alisher, and today I would like to showcase how to connect your ads.com account to Clickflare. Basically, after you do that, you will be able to pull both revenue and conversions from ads.com. Okay, so this is information that I have learned by talking a lot with the Clickflare support. I've tested it, and for us, it's working just fine. So I'm sure that this method will work for you as well. But if you have any questions, as always, feel free to ask them in the comments or ask them directly to the Clickflare support. Okay. All right. So how do we do this? First of all, we have to click on this little options icon in the top right corner over here. Now we will have to go to the integrations and scroll down until you see the revenue stream integrations, right? So basically this will help you to pull revenue from your feed provider. Okay, so press add integration, and here we can select our feed provider. In this case, I'm showcasing ads.com, so I'm going to pick that. Right, I'm going to give it a name. Usually it would be like, let's say ads.com, just simple, right? Ads.com. This is where you will connect your account, right? You'll have account name, it doesn't really matter, your username, password, and the secret key. Now, where do you get the secret key? For this, you will have to go to ads.com, press on the top left corner, then select tracking. And afterwards, you would have to click on this API tab. In this API tab, you will be able to see your secret key that you'll have to input over here, right? So after you do all this, you'll be able to connect your account, right? And then what you have to do is select custom conversion. Now this, you can name anything you want. This is one of the first things you have to do. So let's create a custom conversion. You can name it, once again, anything you want, but the way I did it personally, I named it search underscore click. And my parameter was exactly the same, search underscore click. Okay, so press save, and this is going to be our custom conversion, search click, right? And click ID param, I would usually recommend to select sub ID 4, and I will showcase as to why very, very soon. Okay, so after you do all this, after you connected your account, you just press save. It will not let me do that because I don't have an account connected at the moment, but you get the idea. You simply press save and you're good. Okay. All right, so this is how we connect this revenue stream integration, how to create our custom conversion. Wait, it should be added over here, maybe because we didn't save it fully. Let me add it again, search, click, and once again, search, click. Okay, let me save it like that. As we can see, it's already saved. There we go. Here it is. Wonderful. Okay, so we have our custom conversion. We learned how to finish the revenue stream integration, but we are not done just yet. We also have to create an affiliate network. Basically, it will kind of like pool all of your data, all of your revenue and costs that are happening, revenue that comes from, you know, from ads.com, right? And basically, not only that, but it will also pool all the costs to all the campaigns that are related to ads.com. So you'll be able to conveniently see all the kind of information in relation to one search feed provider, right? Okay, so we have to go to affiliate networks, press new, and this is where we have to find ads.com, which we're going to type ads. There it is. And the name, again, usually it would be just ads.com. And everything else here we can leave as is, right? And here we have this postback URL. So as we can see, I have a tracking domain. Everyone is given this tracking domain for free when they create an account at Clickflare. So your tracking domain will differ, but all we have to do is just basically press copy, right? And go back to ads.com, right? Uh, and uh, yeah, basically at this step, you have to go to ads.com, right? You would have to once again click on tracking, click on post back, and here you'll have a create a new post back button instead of this troubleshoot, and you will appear at this window, right? This is where we have to give uh, our event ID a name. Usually I leave it a default event one. Let's go and call it event one, right? Then select event type add click, right? And this is where we'll have to copy this link over here, right? And place it over here, okay? So basically what it will do, it will kind of like connect everything together. And yeah, we would simply have to press add S to S, and this is the way we'll kind of like connect our Clickflare and ads.com in two ways, through the API and through postback at the same time. By doing it this way, we kind of like increase the frequency and the accuracy of the data that we receive. And yeah, that's what I've been told by the Clickflare support, and that's what's been helping us quite a bit. The only thing I would say, in order to kind of like not double the revenue that comes from the API and from the S2S, what I recommend doing is changing this payout function over here to just 0. Payout equals 0. That's how we do it, and that's what has been working for us so far. Okay, so after you do all this, you press add S2S, and you connected Clickflare to ads.com as both API and server to server link. Okay, so after you do all this, you're still not done. There's still one more thing to do, and that is to work with URL templates. Now, you've seen, if you watched my previous videos on how to work with ads.com or pretty much any other traffic source, you will always be using these templates. And now I'll finally show you how to set them up. So basically what you have to do is you have to select one of the templates that you're interested in and make sure that everything is correct. So all these tracking fields, I will see and tell you more about when I get to how to set up traffic sources with Clickflare. We'll get to that later. But for now, we have to see that all these is fine. Tracking fields. Most important thing is to look at what is at sub ID 4. As we can see, sub ID 4 equals click ID. So that's very important. If you remember at the previous step, let me show you once again. Over here at the revenue stream integration, right? We kind of like selected what is going to be our sub ID parameter. And if you select sub ID 4, you have to make sure that in your template, click ID is at the same sub ID 4. So for example, if you had it at sub ID 5, you would have to, if you selected sub ID 5 over here, right, you would have to change your templates accordingly, and they would also have to say click ID equals click ID equals sub ID 5, right? But in our case, it's 4. It's the default parameter. This is why I recommend setting up it with sub ID 4. Okay. So, and another thing is that we also say that the click ID is click ID doesn't really matter. S2S event ID equals, and this is where you would have to change it to match what you have written over here. In our case, we have written event 1. So we have to replace it over here in every template URL, or it would be even easier if we just copy this name and change it over here and then save. That's another way of doing it. So basically what we have to ensure while looking at this template is that the sub ID, this sub ID 4 is, CF click ID is matching with what we have selected in our API, right? And we have to make sure that this S2S event ID equals what we have written over here while adding the postback link. Yeah. So after you do all this, you would have to make sure that this is correct for all of the templates. And after you're done, this is where you will be able to click, and if everything matches, you'll be able to click save, right? And you have to select currency, of course. How could I forget? Usually it's USD, but pretty much all of the fee providers work with US dollars except CEDO, but I'll talk about it more in its own instruction. So we select US dollar and press save. That's it. We have created affiliate network, and now while creating new offers, right, as you have seen in my previous videos, you'll be able to select ads.com, and you'll be able to select the correct template, and all you have to do is add the domain before it, and in case of ads.com, you'd also have to add the keywords at the end. So yeah, hopefully this helped you set up Clickflare and ads.com. To me, again, I had to find this information on my own through support, and it's been working for us just fine so far. So I hope this works for you as well. I hope you learned something new and it's been helpful. Thank you for listening, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.